These phonics lessons are produced for non-profit purposes out of love for Jesus Christ. This lesson we're going to look at prefixes. A prefix is a part of a word that comes before the main root word. These prefixes have a syllable division rule. You will divide after the prefix. Let's look at some prefixes now. This first prefix is pre. It means before. It goes before the main part of the word and you divide after it. It's a long E because it ends in E. Now you try to sound these out with the help of the markings. Pre, prefix, pretend, preschool. Now we'll look at the prefix D. It has a long E because it ends with a vowel. Try to sound out these words with D as a prefix. D, deploy, decide, demand. This prefix is B, again long E because it ends in a vowel. Try to sound out these words beginning with the prefix B. B, below, before, begin. Now try these words beginning with the prefix re, e, because it ends in a vowel. Re, review, retract, refer. Now these, it's pro, because it ends with a vowel O, long O. Pro, provide, protect, pronoun. Try these co-words. Long O because it ends in a vowel. Co-opt, coexist, cooperate. Try these die words. Long I because it ends in the vowel I. Die, digress, divert, sometimes mushed a little bit to divert. Try these words beginning with the prefix by, long I because it ends in a vowel. By bilateral, bisect. The prefix a is sometimes long a, but most often is mushed to a schwa when a is at the beginning of words. Try these a words now. A, sometimes mushed to avoid, apex, append. N, short E because it's followed by a consonant. Try these N words now. N, enjoy, entire. Try these N words now. N, inside, into, intrude. M. Try these words with the prefix M. M, employ, emigrate. X, short E, because it ends with a consonant. X, export, extend. Un. Try these un words. Undo, unfair, unknown. Ab, short A because it ends in a consonant. Try these ab words. Abnormal, abstract, abhor. M, short I. Important, implode. Try these words with the prefix man. Man, mandate, man year. Dis. Try these dis words. Display, distant, distract. Con. When the accent is on that syllable, it will say con. When the accent is on the second syllable or later syllable, it will be mushed to an con. Try these words with the syllable con, sometimes mushed to con, now. Condor, condemn, schwa. Calm, and when the first syllable is not accented, it will mush to an come. Calm, comma, common, schwa, compare. Diff. Try these diff words now. Diffuse, different. Per, er says Try these per words. Pertain, permanent, perfect. Ir often says ear. As a prefix, it'll say ear. Try these ear words now. Ear, irregular, irrigate. Sub. Try these sub words. Submit, subsist. This is a little tricky, but you can do it. 2-syllable prefix. The first syllable is short because it ends in a consonant. The second long because it ends in a vowel. Anti. Try these anti words now. Anti-gravity, antimatter. Another 2-syllable prefix. This one again, first syllable short, second syllable long. Long E because it ends in an E. Anti. Antedate, and in this word the E is shwe to a I, antecedent. These three words are pronounced exactly like they sound, but they are a bit strange. We'll talk about their definitions. The first, ought, what means to know or to be aware. The second, alway means always. The third, graft means to graft in. Like if you add a shoot from a different plant to another and you grow it together, then the second part is graft in. These are pronounced as marked. Is, as, his, of, was. These both have C as S because it's before E. In the first, the E is just keeping the C sounding as a S. The second, it also acts, making the A say A. Office, grace. These all have a schwa sound for their vowels. Away, what, come. Each of these words has one C as S before E. The first also has a C as K before an O. Recompense, receiving. I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. God hath not cast away his people which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the Scripture saith of Elias? How he maketh intercession to God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets, and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men, who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so then, at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace. And if by grace, then is it no more of works. Otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise work is no more work. What then? Israel hath not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath attained it, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David saith, Let their table be made a snare, and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back alway. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid. But rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their fullness. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify mine office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might save some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconciling of the world, what shall the receiving of them be, but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root be holy, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou, being a wild olive tree, wert grafted in among them, and with them partakest of the root and fatness of the olive tree. Boast not against the branches. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. Thou wilt say then, the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off, and thou standest by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if God spared not the natural branches, take heed lest he also spare not thee.